Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something that can be a little intimidating, getting a notice from the IRS. Specifically, we're diving into the CP2566 notice. If you've received one of these, don't panic. We're going to break down exactly what it is, why you got it, and what you need to do about it. So, what is a CP566 notice? In simple terms, it's the IRS way of saying, hey, we were expecting a tax return from you for a certain year, and we don't have it. Because they didn't get your return, they went ahead and created one for you. This is called a substitute for return, or SFR for short. How do they do this? The IRS uses information from third parties, like your employer who sends them a W-2, or a bank that sends a 1099 form showing interest you earned. They take this income information and calculate the tax they believe you owe. Now you might be thinking, great, the IRS did my taxes for me. But hold on, it's not that simple, and it's almost never in your favor. When the IRS creates a substitute for return, they typically use a filing status that results in a higher tax bill, like single or married filing separately. They don't know if you have dependents, and they won't include any deductions or credits you might be entitled to. Think about things like student loan interest, charitable donations, or education credits. The IRS-prepared return leaves all of that out. The result? The amount of tax the CP2566 notice says you owe is usually much higher than what you would actually owe if you filed your own return. On top of that, the IRS will add penalties. There's a penalty for failing to file your return, which is 5% of the unpaid tax for each month the return is late, up to a maximum of 25%. And guess what? Even though the IRS created a return for you, that failure to file penalty keeps on growing until you file your own return. There's also a penalty for failing to pay the tax, which is 0.5% of the unpaid tax for each month it's late, also capped at 25%. And of course, interest is charged on the whole unpaid balance. So what should you do if you get a CP2566 notice? You have a few options. First, and this is usually the best option, file your own tax return. This is your opportunity to report your income and claim all the deductions and credits you're legally entitled to. This will almost always result in a lower tax liability than what the IRS proposed. If the tax year is recent, you can likely file electronically. If it's an older return, you'll need to mail in a paper copy along with the response form that came with your notice. Your second option is to agree with the IRS assessment. If you review the notice and believe the information is correct, and you don't have any deductions or credits to claim, you can sign the response form and send it back. Then you'll need to pay the amount due or contact the IRS to set up a payment plan. Your third option applies if you don't think you were required to file a tax return for that year at all. In that case, you should call the IRS at the number on the notice and explain your situation. It's really important to act quickly. Ignoring the notice will not make it go away. The IRS will eventually just go ahead and assess the tax they calculated, and they can then start collection actions, like placing a lien on your property or levying your bank account. One more thing to mention is a similar notice called the CP2566R. The R stands for refund. You might get this if the IRS is holding a refund from another tax year because of your unfiled return. The notice is basically the same, but it also warns you that your refund could be used to pay the tax liability from the unfiled year. To sum it all up, a CP2566 notice is a serious wake-up call from the IRS. They've filed a tax return for you, and it's probably not in your favor. The best thing you can do is take control of the situation by filing your own accurate tax return. This will ensure you pay only what you legally owe and can help you avoid unnecessary penalties and interest. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more tax tips. Remember, knowledge is power, especially when it comes to taxes. To learn more about how to fix your IRS issues, click the link to watch the free video, The Ultimate Guide to Solving Your IRS Tax Problems.